Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a watch that is rapidly becoming iconic at Oris. Now granted, we use that word rather loosely. It's even overused. But when you think of Oris today, you think of pilot's watches and you think of the Divers 65. It's certainly becoming a standard bearer for the brand. 40 millimeters in stainless steel, the watch, originally released in 2015, is a lovely combination of modern build quality with vintage design cues. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it's an easy one to wear. 40 millimeters in diameter, the timepiece has a wonderful bubble style sapphire designed to evoke plexiglass, which explains why the watch is 12.9 millimeters thick. Much of that is the sapphire. From lug to lug, it's a very reasonable 48 millimeters across the wrist, which means though it is vintage inspired, it does have a bit of a modern stance and footing. It doesn't appear petite the way some vintage watches can. 20 millimeters between the lugs means you will have a world of aftermarket options, and this is a watch that takes particularly well to strap variation. You can really redress and redesign the watch in real time simply by changing the strap. The strap that's included is a lovely piece though. It has a wonderful serrated edge, ridges raised above the center, and an embossed pattern designed to evoke the tropic style rubber straps of the 60s and 70s. You can see it's perforated and also has little air pockets on the bottom to channel wrist heat, moisture, sweat, grit out of the strap. So you have both air pockets and ventilation. A great strap design and very supple. It's not quite a gummy, it is rubber, but it almost feels like it's silicone. Now you can see the strap is attached to a pin buckle. Vintage style, rapidly adjustable satin steel. Not much to say there. The case band is true to vintage form, very narrow, and that gives the watch an ethereal grace. It looks far thinner than it is on the wrist. The satin finished hoods of the lugs make for a nice contrast, and you can see more vintage evocative design on the crown side where there are no crown guards, and the crown itself is somewhat oversized with a little bit of a polished dome profile. The bezel is anodized aluminum, and unlike the vintage watches that inspired this one, it is unidirectional rotating. It's a true dive bezel. It is very crisp. It's one of the best detents I've felt and heard. There is a luminescent pearl in the bezel, and you can see line it up with the minute hand. Now you have an impromptu 0 to 60 minute timer, far easier to read than a chronograph, and you don't have the downstream maintenance costs of a chronograph movement. Look at how much camber there is to that sapphire. Oris has done it. What no one else has perfectly nailed, Oris has achieved, creating the same relative distortion that you would get with plexiglass using a scratch-resistant sapphire. The dial is a glossy black, and as you can see, it does a wonderful job with its oversized quarter Arabics of disguising the date window down at 6 o'clock. Blink and you'll miss it. There's plenty of lume on the hands, and as you can see, it's an easy watch to read. Contrast is high, 100 meters water resistant thanks to the screw-down crown and screwed-in case back. Underneath is a Sellita SW221, and it is a 38-hour automatic winding, essentially ETA 2824 equivalent. So 26 joules, automatic winding bidirectional, stop seconds, quick set date. The 38-hour power reserve, it is tank tough and very impact resistant. These can also keep excellent time. You'll note on the underside of the strap, pull tab spring bars that allow you to release the strap and remove it from the case without resort to strap tools or screwdrivers. This is a watch that puts it all together, everything. Durability, time-tested style, affordability, a great brand with integrity, and it's a timepiece that has a sort of counterculture quality to it because it's a dive watch that's clearly not trying to be another Omega, Breitling, or Rolex. This one cuts its own turf. This one essentially plows its own furrow and chooses its own path. Dare to be different. Oris Divers 65. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox. Oris Divers 65. Notice that you get the same distortion effects on the dial at night. I love that sapphire.